Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be, should I cut her loose? I got an email here from a guy who has been dating a woman, and she's pretty lukewarm and cold, and she told him recently she doesn't have any feelings. And so his question to me is, how do you know when it's time to cut a girl? You should cut your losses and basically move on. And just to give you a little background, this guy's obviously acted pretty needy and just made a lot of mistakes in the past before he found out about my book and my work. And so he's been trying to overcome these things and clean up his bad behavior after he had long since fucked things up. And so he says, hey, Corey, he says, I recently finished reading your book for the second time, and I feel like I already have learned so much from it. I really appreciate what you've done. Why, thank you. And you're welcome. I'm 20 years old, but I'm really working hard in self-improvement right now and can definitely use your help. I've always been pretty confident around women, but never really been in a serious relationship because of fear of getting emotionally involved. My brother was cheated on and divorced and suffers from psychosis and depression because he's so off-centered. My freshman year of college, I became close friends with a pretty young woman who had just had a rough break from a 5-year relationship. He says, I know, red flag. He says, because when somebody just got out of a really bad relationship and you're just meeting them, you got to remember their emotions are going to be raw. They can be totally into you one minute, and the next minute they couldn't care less about you, because that's part of the healing process. They'll be fine for a couple of days, and then they'll start thinking about their ex, and especially if she had a long relationship with them, it just can be like dating a fucking yo-yo when you're dating somebody that's in that situation. So it's usually better not to date somebody that's in that particular situation, because, I mean, it's just not a lot of fun dating a chick that's hot one minute and she's cold the next, when there's so many other women around that just don't have those issues. She was pursuing me heavily for a while and even told me she was close to just staying in and giving up because she felt like I was not romantically interested. I eventually gave in and we became friends with benefits. So it sounds like you weren't really even into this girl to begin with, but she wanted you and she kind of made it happen, so you went along with it. He says, after falling in love and losing my virginity to her, I think what it really was, you just really liked having a girl that really liked you. He says, I became completely off-centered, even at the expense of my grades. That's not a good way to go, man. A man's always got to focus on his purpose no matter what, even if it means that the girl that he loves will leave him. Because at the end of the day, it's like, how do you know if you're with the right girl or not? If a girl doesn't support your purpose and who you are and what you're all about in life, then she's the wrong chick for you. Because think about it this way. If you got something that you really believe in or a career that you love and your girl's not supportive of it, or she thinks it sucks, or she thinks it's stupid, or it's a waste of time, or she's always putting you down, you can't be with a woman like that. You want a woman that's a cheerleader, that, when I say not, she doesn't literally have to be a cheerleader, but meaning she cheers you on just like she would the captain of the football team, so to speak, because you want her to look at you as the captain of the football team in her eyes. He said, I began pursuing her and messed up in a lot of ways. She treated me poorly for a while, and after reading your book, I understood why. He says, I soon cut communication from her. Since then, she reconnected with me, and she has been in and out of the hospital with illnesses, claiming that she has changed. It sounds like this girl's got a lot of problems. I started opening up to her again and told her way too much, but after reading your book, I backed up again. Instead of texting her all the time and Skyping to see how her surgeries went, she lives in Texas while I'm in Florida. He says, I only text her a few words, an hour or so after she texts me, and our communication is really slowed down, which shows me her low level of romantic interest because she's so used to me pursuing her. At the end of the day, when women like you, they'll pursue you. They'll try harder. They'll want to keep the conversation going. And it sounds like because you were only paying attention to the fact that of what your level of attraction was for her, and you completely ignored that she was rude and disrespectful and just didn't appreciate you. And then when you put up with that, when a woman blows you off, she cancels dates, or she doesn't respond to you in a timely manner, or she doesn't respond to you at all, then you just continue going along with it. She's walking all over you, and if you go along with it, then you're basically teaching her that no matter how crappy she treats you, that you're just going to sit there and take it. And if a woman doesn't respect you, she'll never love you. He says, I'm returning to school with her this upcoming semester, and have been told by multiple people I should just cut her off. I'm curious how you believe I should handle it, and realize if I were to continue to be open for a relationship with her, her test would be more difficult because I've come across so needy at this point. The thing you got to stop is this crap about a relationship, all this nonsense about commitment, relationship. Stop focusing on that. Girls just want to have a good time. They want to go out and have fun, and hopefully with a guy that they like, and so sex can happen. I mean, that's the bottom line. And your job as a guy, when she reaches out to you, usually when women reach out to you, it's because they're thinking about you, especially if you live in the same city, and they're hoping, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it easy for you to get in contact with them. And if you just sit there and chat with them on the phone over and over, but you never get together or do anything, eventually they're going to get turned off and think that either you're too weak or you're too afraid to make a move, or that you just simply have no interest in them. He says, the thing you got to consider is that you've done so many mistakes, it's really, really hard to undo them, because she remembers all of the things that you've done wrong in the past. He says, I've already made up my mind to put my foot down if she tries to pursue me sexually again. But what are you talking about, put your foot down? If the girl reaches out to you, just, hey, let's get together and have a drink. Let's get together and hang out. Why don't you come on over? Let's make dinner together. Whatever you guys normally would do before when you hung out. I've already made up my mind to put my foot down. He says, but I'm wondering how I should behave if she began to open up to me again and ask me why I'm acting different. And see, you're trying to play a game now, and that's not the idea. What you got to look at objectively is this girl she's lost interest. She's not really trying that hard, and so why should you try very hard? I mean, she's in Texas. She's obviously dealing with a lot of things that are there. She's not your girlfriend. She's just some chick that you casually hooked up with. And your mistake is you've pursued way too much and you've acted needy. And the best thing that you can do at this point is to back off and only respond to her. I mean, you're going to see her at school in a few months anyways in the fall, so I wouldn't do anything. Let her reach out to you, and you don't have to be rude and short on your text, which it sounds like is what you're doing. But what you should do is talk for a little bit, say, hey, it was nice chatting with you. I got to run. Keep in touch, or shoot me an email when you find out that thing, or whatever it is you guys are having to talk about. Because obviously you're not going to be going to see her, and she's not going to be coming to see you. But when you go back at school, you can have a good time. And so in the meantime, what you can be doing is practicing these skills while you're home so you can improve, and that'll grow your confidence and it'll grow your swagger. So when you guys get back to school and she texts you and says, hey, I was thinking about you, seeing what you're up to, you just say, hey, we got to get together and celebrate. Come on over, bring a bottle of wine, and we'll make dinner together on Thursday night. Or just say, what nights are you free this week so we can get together? ? Send that. Let her tell you and say, hey, why don't you come on over? We'll make dinner at my place, have a bottle of wine. We'll catch up. Simple as that. Just arrange the next opportunity for sex to happen. And forget about this relationship. Forget about this opening up and talking about your feelings and her feelings and all that crap. That's irrelevant. The only thing that you need to focus on as a man is just create an opportunity, a fun-filled opportunity for sex to happen. Let her reach out to you, because you've obviously chased the hell out of this girl and she's lost interest in you. And so the only way to get it back is to let her start coming to you. Respond to her text. Don't be a cold dick to her when she texts you. Be sweet. Talk to her. Go do 3 or 4 texts back and forth, because obviously you're a couple states away at this point because it's summertime. And then after 2 or 3 of them, when it gets boring, just say, hey, it was nice chatting with you, but I got to run. Or you could invite her to come see you. Just say, hey, I think you should fly down here to see me this summer. I think you said you're in Florida. Yeah, he's in Florida and she's in Texas. Next time, you just say, hey, I think you should fly out for the weekend so we can hang out and have a good time. There's a lot of stuff we can do here where I live, or whatever. Throw it out there. See what she says. I mean, after all, you're only going to do this in response to her reaching out to you first. And maybe she will come and see you, or maybe she won't. Or you just wait till the summer. But the idea is you got to practice your skills with other chicks so you can improve, because it'll make it a lot easier when you are back at school to do the right thing, because you've got so much bad behavior that you're trying to undo. But at the end of the day, it's like you're not in a relationship with this girl. Forget about all that stuff. Forget about the serious talk. Girls just want to have a good time. They just want to have fun. They want to smile. They want to laugh, and hopefully have some good sex. That's basically what a date boils down to. And you worrying about all these other things that are just in this drama, it's getting in the way of you showing up and just being yourself, being direct, and arranging a time to get together with her. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session, and you can do that by clicking the Products tab, which is going to be located at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. And if you want to get a digital version, the Kindle version of my ebook, on my website, right underneath the email sign-up box, there's a link that'll take you right to my page on Amazon Kindle, so you can download my ebook to your smartphone, computer, or any electronic device in under 60 seconds. And I will talk to you soon.